Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to show you probably the best way that you can go ahead and attack this game. This is probably the most intelligent strategy that you could possibly play. And the reason why is testing. This strategy here seems to be the most successful, the top two. This seems to be a top two strategy. And that's saying a lot. So you're talking about a strategy that should win 9 out of 10 times. So we're going to go ahead and play it. And what I've done, anytime that I play a don't pass, always will be structured as a don't pass press. It is the only way to play the don't pass. If you guys play it the way that the normal person plays the don't pass, where they just do a don't pass and then they bet some numbers, they lose, and maybe they double the bet, or maybe they just go back on it. If you watch the way that we're going to play the don't pass press, in the long run, this is where we're going to win the money. Okay, unless we get really hot with the numbers. Okay, we're going to lose a lot with the don't pass. But I know the vulnerability with this don't pass. So because of that, I created the don't pass press system. So we're going to go ahead and use it with the monkey boo strategy, which in my opinion is probably one of the best ways to play. I also like pump and dump as well with the don't pass press. Those are my two favorite ways to play. Now my most experienced way to play is navigation. So, but if I'm going to play like an AI robot with money management skills, I would go with these two strategies, which is the monkey boo strategy with the don't pass press and the pump and dump with the don't pass press. I'll show you the pump and dump with the don't pass press on the next video. This one will be the don't pass press monkey boo system. Play it the way that I'm about to show it to you, and you should be very successful when you go to the casino. Okay, before we get too deep into this, guys, do me a quick favor and hit the like button. It really helps the channel out on the algorithm. Okay, guys, and also support the channel by going to gamblewithjimmy.com and purchasing the strategies, especially you craps players. Okay, I get all these baccarat players that support the channel, but very few craps players. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go like this. We're going to start it off with $100 on the don't pass. That is our only wager. Okay, so there's an 11. So you can see why I'm not a big fan of the don't pass, because this happens a lot. Okay, we do not go up on the don't pass press system. It takes 3 losses in a row for us to go up. Okay, here we go. We're going to start it again. Another 11. So what do I always teach you guys? Is the don't pass a protector, or is it a landmine? It is a landmine. Okay, now the reason why we're going to use it is because we can overcome it because we have enough money. Okay, but it is a landmine. But in the long run, because of the way that we're going to play it, and why are we going to play it this way? Because I structured it this way from experience. Because I'm probably the only one out there that warns you about playing this, playing the don't pass. I'm probably the only one. If you look at other channels that teach you craps, they're always using the don't pass like you can go and make a living with it. It ain't gonna happen. Okay, that's 2 in a row. But if you play it the way I'm going to show it to you, that's the only way you're going to beat them with this. Okay, so this, you've lost 2 in a row. Here we go. Okay, there's a 9. Okay, so because we're down 200, our levels of what we're starting with have to be bigger. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the 6 and 8 first. We're down $200 on the session. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to put 60 each. Normally, we would put 30 each. But because we're down, we're going to start it with 60 each. Okay, and that's a 5-2-7. So this is starting off probably as bad as you can start. Okay, we're going to get $100 back. and then that's $20 gone. Now, let's talk about this for a brief second. That don't pass, whether you won money or you didn't, it saved you $100. So far, the don't pass has only cost you $100. Do you understand? Because if you didn't have that, you would have lost this 100 on your bets. So you have to take the good with the bad, and you have to be realistic of exactly how much this thing's winning and losing. You need to be an actual CPA when you're playing this game. Okay? So that's $100 that you saved because of that don't pass. So the don't pass won. So it did not reach 3 losses in a row. It only reached 2 in a row, which means that it has to restart the count back to 1, back to 0, I mean. You have not lost now with the don't pass. You restart at 0. Okay, there's a 4. Okay, so we're going to go and do 60 again on the 6 and 8. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's a 9. And there's a 10. There's a 5. And there's a 6. A 3, 3, 6. So we're going to get $70 back. We'll take 75. We'll give them a nickel. Okay, so now we know that on this session, we're really only down about $25. So because we're down, we're not going to expand to the 4 and the 10. And because the points of 4, we're not going to expand to the 4. So our only monkey boo expands to the 4 and the 10. So if your points of 4 or 10, you can only expand to the open number, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce our bet on the 6 and 8, okay? Because right now, we're only down the $25. Because we're down, we're not going to expand to the 10. Okay, that's a 3. And there's a 7. Okay. So we own, right here, we're going to make back more than we lose. The don't pass saved this $60. So now when you analyze how the don't pass is doing and performing, even though that you lost those first $200, right now you're only down on the don't pass about $40 on the session. However, you're up in profits now on the session because you're only going to lose 60 and you're going to win 40 profit. You win 100 minus 60. So you're going to make a $40 profit. So we'll give them 10. And then you're going to come down here because we already paid, we only took the 40, in other words, so we get to keep this 60. All right? So we're going to be able to stay at the $100 level because the don't pass just won. So it's 0 losses in a row. Okay, a 7. Okay. So now you're going to lose $100. That's a $100 loss. That's 1 in a row, and you're down on the session again. Okay, that will be a 6 point. Okay, so now because you lost that, you're gonna and your point now is a 6. So your don't pass takes this up. So you're going to go with the 8 and the 4. Okay, you're going to go 50 on the 4, and this is going to be 60. Okay. So you want always 2 numbers. Now, if you want, you can use the 8 and the 9 and expand to the 4 and 10. Let's do that. There's a higher percentage chance that we're going to hit that 9 instead of a 4. Okay, there's a 3. We hit the 4. So we missed out on $100 there. We went with the math, and now it won't matter as long as we hit the 9. There's a 10. We want the 8 or the 9. And there's our 9. Okay, so it's not a huge difference. It's only $30 now because instead of winning 100 on the 4, we're winning 70 on the 9. So we're only missing out on $30. So we'll take 75 and we'll give them a nickel. And now we can expand to the 4. But before we expand to the 4, we want to reduce our wagers because we did lose that $100 on that come out. So the come out is causing problems for us. So we're going to go 25 on the 4. Okay, there's another 9. Okay, so we're going to get $35 for that. And now we're going to use 25 of the 35 to expand to the 10. Okay, so we're going to get 35. We're going to pocket 10 and put a quarter on the 10. And now we're all set up where we're not going to come down at all. We can press. We can do whatever we want. We've got 4 numbers working for us, okay? And there's an 8. Okay, $35. We're going to rack that up, okay? Now, if I want, I can start pulling down some of this money because this is all pretty much profit now, okay? I can start pulling it down if I want at any point. Okay, there's a 6. Now, that rains on your parade because you lose this 100. So is the don't pass really a protector or is it a landmine? You have to say that where you're going to make your money is on the don't pass press, which we haven't been able to do. That counts as 1 loss in a row, okay? That means that the money stays the same at 100. All these are shut off. We are off on the come out. Okay, there's a 6 point again. Okay, now we're working. There's an 11, a 3. So we're not making any money. And that could not go any worse than it could have possibly went. So we're going to lose another 100. Okay, that's 2 losses in a row. So therefore, you do not go up. We're off on all these bets. Okay, there's a 7, and that is 3 losses in a row on the don't pass. And now it goes to up a unit. It goes up by the unit. So now you're at 200. These are off. Okay, there's a 6 again. Okay, so now you want to go up on your numbers, okay? So you're going to expand your numbers like this to where you've got 50 on everything. The 8 has 60. Here you go. And that's an 11. So we're not making any money back right now. We're hitting everything that we don't have, and we keep hitting the don't pass, okay? So far this session, the don't pass is really struggling, okay? So what you're going to do now is you're going to go up another unit because you are already into 4 losses in a row. So you're going to go up 1 more unit right now. You're going to be off on the come out, and it's another 6, okay? Now these are going to go up another unit, okay? The 8 has 90. Here we go. A 4. Okay, that's a good hit. You're going to get back 150. We'll take 200 and we'll give them 50. Okay, we're going to go for another hit. An 8. Okay, that's $105. So on 2 rolls, you've gotten back 105 and 150. Okay, so 200 and a couple, 250 or something like that. So you're going to get 105 here. Okay, there's your 105. All right, now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and reduce this just a little bit and take it down 1 level like that. Okay, here we go. A 5. We don't have a 5. A 4. Another, I was getting ready to say 150, but we reduced it. So that's another 100. So these are kind of getting back your don't pass money. Okay? All right. Now, I want you to watch what I'm going to do. Very important. Very important. You were able to get back $350 of all the don't pass losses that you've been doing. Okay? So watch what we do. We're going to reduce this again. So we're taking another $100 off of the table. Now watch what we do here. We're going to put $200 on and buy or place the 6. We're placing the 6 for 200. Now, we're only going to be protected $100 if we throw a 7. We have 300 here. We'll lose this 200. We'll lose this 100. So we'll break even with our don't pass. We're protecting the 6. Anytime we hit a 4, 8, 9, or 10, we make money. If we hit the 6, we're going to lose about $70 if we throw the 6. You understand what I mean? So that's smart play right there. All right, and there's a 7. So, hey, it is what it is. So we only lose $5. That's it. We lose all this money, 300, we make 300. Now, the only thing that stinks is that qualifies as a don't pass win. So if we would have won with the don't pass, we would have pressed the entire 300, which would have been 600. That's where you make your money. But we can't press it because it qualifies as a win. Even though you broke even, the 7 won. So it wasn't the don't pass's fault that we put 200 on the 6. We did that to protect our profits, okay? We got back some of the money we were down, and we chose to do that. All right, so we're going to start over at 100. A 6 again. Okay, so we're going to go on the 9 and the 8. Here we go. Okay, there's an 8. There's an 8. We get $35. We're going to pocket 10 and press the 4. A 10. An 8 again. That's another $35. We're going to pocket 10 and we're going to press the 8. Or not press, but bet the 10. I'm sorry. We're betting the 10. Okay, there's a 4. That's $50 that we're going to get. We'll take 100 and give them 50. Okay, we're going to leave it the way it is. A 5. We don't have a 5. An 8. $35. Okay, we're going to pocket the whole 35. And there's a 7. All right, let's analyze how we did. We're going to lose 105. We're going to win 100. We lose $5 back. That was a successful shooter. No problems there. That qualifies as a win for the don't. It's at 0 losses in a row. There's a 10. We're going to bet the 6 and the 8 for 30 each. Here we go. There's an 8, $35. Pocket 10, quarter on the 4. There's a 9. We don't have a 9. And there's a 10. We're going to lose this $100. That's 1 loss in a row. So we're going to stay at 100. We're off on our numbers. An 11. That's 2 losses in a row for the don't pass. Okay, here we go. And 8 is the point. We're going to move our 8 to the 9. And we're going to go up on our bets. Because we've been losing with the don't. Okay, that's a 4. That's going to give us back one of our losses on the don't. That's $100. We get back one of our black chips. We're going to keep our bet sizing the same. Another 4. That's another $100 back that we lost on the don't pass. Okay, going to keep our bets the same. A 9. We have $50 on the 9. That's going to pay 70. We'll take 100 and give them back 30. Now we're going to reduce our bets. We're going to go like this, this, and this. And everything stays the same. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's an 8. Which puts us right back where we lose our don't pass. We're going to be off on our numbers. That is 1 loss. Is that 3 losses in a row? Yeah, that's 3 losses in a row. That's 3 losses in a row with the don't pass. So this goes to 200. Okay, these are off. A 6 will be the point. We're going to move our 6 to the 8, but we're going to go up on our bet sizing. Here we go. A 7, early 7. Okay, we've got 150, 160. We win 200. That's a $40 profit. Okay, so we get back 40. We're going to come off. And what we're going to do, we're going to have, we get to keep all this money because we paid for it already. And we're going to have everything off on the come out. Now, the don't pass one, right? Because that was a 7, right? Yeah. Because the don't pass one, that $200 that we received goes right on top of the don't pass, okay? Actually, let me take that $200 back. Hold on one second. I'm going to give this back. No, that came from our own pocket. That 200 came from our own rack, not the casino, all right? So what we're doing is we're giving up our $200 to put it here because we have to press it. This is where you have a chance to make your money. Okay, point is a 6. Okay, now we've got a 400 here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go 120 on the 8, 100 on the 4, and 100 on the 10. Okay, here we go. A 12. A 7. All right. So we're going to lose 320, but we get 400. That's an $80 profit. So we'll take 100 and we'll give them $20 back. Now, unfortunately, instead of winning, some of these numbers, that's not really what we want. But we did win $80, so it's not like the end of the world, okay? All right, so what we're going to do now, because the don't pass one, it goes back to 100. So we haven't had a chance to win big money yet on the don't pass press. Okay, 8 is the point. Okay, we're going to go 60 here. And we're going to go 50 on the 9. That's our bet. Okay, 7 again. We lose 110. We win 100. We lose this $10. Okay, that counts as a win for the don't pass. There's another 8, so it's the exact same scenario. And we go back and put our money back on the 6 and the 9, 50 and 60. Okay, there's an 11, a 4, an 8. Okay, that's a loser. That's one loss in a row on the don't pass. Okay, so we're going to go just to 100. These are off. A 5 is the point. These are actually going to go up another quarter each. This will go to 90. Oh, you have the 8 available. So this is going to change to the 8, and you have 90 and 90. Okay, that's a 4. And there's an 8, so you're going to get 105. Okay. These are going to get reduced to 60 each. Here you go. And there's a 9. Reason why that you're not expanding is because you keep losing with the don't pass. So you lose again with the don't pass. That's 2 losses in a row. Okay? So you're going to go back to 100. These are off. And that's a 9. All right. Now, the reason why that you're seeing me lose so much with the don't pass is because this is reality. I don't re-record. I'm not trying to impress you. I always warn you about the reality of the don't pass. When you watch other people's channels, why do they always win every single time when they play the don't pass? You want to know why? Because they re-record. They re-record their videos. If they showed you how horrible that they lose all the time, you won't watch their channel. And that is the truth. Because they play the wrong way. I always tell you that the don't pass is not a protection. It's not. It's a landmine. The only reason why we have a chance to win with it is because we're going to try to press it. That's the only reason why. But we haven't had a chance really yet to win from the press. But keep watching, it might change. Okay, that's a 10. Okay, and there's a 7. Okay, so we're going to lose $20. Okay, this comes back. That counts as a winner. Okay, so we're going to just start off again. And there's an 11. So that's one loss in a row. Anytime you see somebody trying to show you these strategies that always have a don't pass, and then you try to go play with your real money, good luck. Good luck. 6. All right, here we go. We got to go to 90 on the 8. And we're going to go 75 on the 9. So we're going to lose money if we throw an early 7. And there's another 6, and that's going to be a loser. All right, so we're going to say that that was 3 in a row, because I think it was. Now it goes up a unit. Our 8 and 9 are off on the come out. Okay, there's a 12. That's a push. Okay, that's an 11. So you're going to lose again. So now this is going to go to 300. You're going to go up another unit. And if we win with that don't pass, we're going to press that money. Okay, there's a 5. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to stay exactly how we got it, but this 9 is going to go to the 6, and this is going to actually be 90. So we got 90 and 90. Here we go. Okay, that's a 12. And there's a 7. We got 300 and we got 180. Okay, so that's a $120 victory. $120 coming our way. There it is. All right, now, once again, the don't pass 1. So we can't press it. So we just cannot press this dang don't pass. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring it down to 200. I'm not going to come down to 100. Because we got to start winning some money. And there's another loser. That's loss number 1 on the don't pass. So we'll go 200 again. There's an 8. Okay, these are going to go to 120 right here. So right now we're really, really struggling on this system. And why are we struggling? Because of the don't pass. If we remove the don't pass, we would be performing way, way better. We would be performing way better. Okay, so we'll go 100 on the 9. Here we go. There's a 3. There's a 6. 140. We'll take 200 and we'll give them back 40. Okay, there we go. And we're going to go ahead and keep it the way it is. And there is a 527. We're going to lose $20 back. Okay, this comes down. Okay, that qualifies a winner. We'll keep it at 200. There's a 5. Okay, we're going to go 120 each. We'll see if we can make a comeback here and get a big, there's a 7. So we're going to lose another $40. So it continues to go bad for us. Okay, here we go. And there's a 10. That's a good point, I think. We're going to go and take a chance here, guys. We're going to go up to 250 each. So we're going to lose a little bit of money if we throw an early 7. Okay, there's an 11. A 9. An 8. There we go. That's $300 back. So I want you guys who are still watching right now, I want you to ask yourself a question and see what I'm doing. I'm trying to hang in there. I'm playing conservative. I'm managing my money properly. And what I'm doing is that when you keep punching me in the face over and over, I slowly pick spots that I get a little more aggressive in a high percentage win rate. So I'm pumping up to 6 and 8 finally because I have to put a stop to what's going on. Now it could have been a 7 there. And if it's a 7 there, I'm going to lose $300 on a 7, which would continue to put me down in a tailspin. So there is no guarantee that just because you get a little aggressive at this particular time that you're going to win or not lose more money. So you have to keep trying to do what we're trying to do, and eventually you're going to hit the bigger one to get back some of the money that you've been losing. So we immediately need to bring this down because we can't afford to lose $300 right now. We're losing too much money, okay? Okay, there's a 6. We'll take the 140. Okay, we get our 140, we rack it, and now we're going to expand to the 4 on 100. And there's the 7. So that sucked for us because we're going to lose this $100 and this 50. So we gave back 150, which we really could not afford to do. Okay, now that qualifies as a win for the don't pass, so we have to stick to the 200. Okay, that's a 5. Okay, so what we got to do is we got to take another risk, guys. We've got no choice. Here we go, 250 each. There's a 10. And there's a 5, so we're going to lose 200. That counts as 1 loss in a row on the don't pass. We're just going to put 200. We're off here. And there's a 4, which is a good point for our don't. And now we're going to stay exactly the same. And there's a 6. So just like that, the 200 that we lost, we're going to get 300 here, okay? So we're going to get back the 200 plus 100 profit, or 100 of whatever. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the 120, okay? So that just takes $250 off of the table, and now we would only lose $50 if a 7 comes. And there's another 8, so that's 140. Okay, we'll take 150, we'll give them 10. Okay, we're going to go ahead and expand and put 100 on the 10. There's a 9, we don't have a 9. A 7, we're going to lose 150. We keep trying to expand, and it's just not working. Okay, that counts as a win for the don't pass. There's another 6. Okay, we're going to go 250 on the 8 and 200 on the 9. Here we go. A 10. 11. 7, we're going to lose more money. We're going to lose 250. Things are not going well, guys. They're not going well at all. But we're not down that much, but we're just not doing very good. That's a winner. That's a winner right there. We got $200 just like that back. Now watch, guys. I'm going to press it here. I'm going to press it here, all right? We're going to have to start pressing this don't pass on wins. And there's a 10, okay? Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to bet anything right now. I want that 400 right here, a 7 versus a 10. There's an 8. I want to get that $400, and then I'm going to press it again. Okay, there's a 4. A 3. We need a 7. A 9. Another 9. A 10, man. We just are not doing good. If we would have won that, we would have had $800, and we were going to press it to try to get $1,600. We're just having a really, really bad session. And that is what's going to happen when you play a don't pass. It's just what's going to happen. So we're going to do this. We're going to go back to the 400. Okay, here we go on the come out. And that's an 8. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do this. 100 on the 4, 100 on the 10, and 100 on the 9. Here we go. A 5. We don't have a 5. A 6. We don't have a 6. A 2. Don't have one of those. 8. We're going to lose $400. We're going to replace it. 400. Here come. We're off on our numbers. And that's a 3. We're going to get the 400 right back. And watch this, guys. We're going to press it. We're off on our numbers. 4 is the point. We're going to come down on our 4. Okay? The point is a 4. We're going to remove our 9 and our 10. And now we have an opportunity. We have to be aggressive now. Okay? We're going to challenge that 7 versus that 4. A 3. A 3 again. That scared me. 6. Boy, do we need a 7. A 10. 7. There it is, guys. There it is. Finally. Finally, finally, finally. There it is, right there. Okay? Now, what we're going to do, we got 1,600 there. Okay? I'm going to put this in the rack real quick. And I'm going to tell you right now that we're keeping that money. Because what that just did is it put us up in profit $300, $400. We are up $400 now. Okay? So we're going to regroup. We've been playing for 35 minutes. This is going to be a long video. Okay? For those of you that stuck around, you can see the power of the don't pass press. When you press, that's the only time. When you get into losing streaks, you keep hanging in there, and then when you win, you start to press it. All you need is 2 or 3 wins in a row, and you got a fortune of money right there. Okay? Think about how bad this session's going, and yet we're up $400 now. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to see if we can get one more press. Now, I could press that 1,600. I could do it. But if I press that 1,600 and we lose, you are no longer up in profits at all. Okay, you actually would be down. 7. Okay, so we're gonna do it the smart way. That was a 7. Okay, we're gonna lose that 100. That's 1 loss in a row. Okay, there's a 5. We're gonna go 60 and 60 here. There's a 9. We don't have a 9. And there's a 6. That's $70 back of the 100 that we lost. We'll take 75. We'll give them a nickel. Keep your bets the same. A 10. A 2. A 6. $70. We'll take 100 and we'll give them back 30. Okay, so what happened? Well, what happened was we lost 100 and we got 140. So we're up in profit. We're going to keep our bets the same. A 10. The next hit, we'll expand to the 4 and the 10. There's an 8. That's another 70. Okay? We're going to take 100 and we'll give them back. I got to get change here real quick. Oh, them a nickel. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to expand to the 4. All right? And I'm going to put 50 on the 4. Okay? I'm using my own money. Here we go. A 2. A 12. A 5. That's bad. We're going to lose this 100. Okay, that's 2 losses in a row on the don't. We're just going to replace it. And that will be an 8. Okay, so we're going to move over our 8, 50 on the 9. And point is an 8, and we're good to go. Here we go. A 5. We don't have a 5. A 7. All right, so we're going to lose $100 of our own money. And this was profit, okay, except for the 10. So no big deal. That counts as a win on the don't. Here we go. Okay, that's a win. We just got back. We just made $100. Okay, well, let's press it. Let's press it. A 5. Okay, let's just try to see if we can get the 7 before the 5. Okay, there's an 8. We would have won $70 right there. A 10. I just want to see if we can win this, and we'll press it again. A 6. A 9. A 3. We would have been winning our box numbers. There it is, guys. There it is. $200. We're going to press it. We're going to press our profits, okay? Here we go. 8. So we got a chance. We didn't die on the come out. We did not die on the come out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this. We're going to go 120 here on the 6, 100 on the 9, and 100 on the 5. Okay, we want to try to get one hit. 6, there we go. That's $140. We'll take 150. We'll give them 10. Let's try to get one more hit. 5. There we go. 140. We'll take 150, and we owe them 10. So I'm going to take that down because I'm going to remove my bets. Okay? So now I'm up against that 8. All right, now watch what I do. Watch what I do. I got 400 here, right? I'm going to go 300 on the 8. Okay, I've already won $250 on this shooter. So if I throw the 7, I get another 100. If I throw the 8, I'm only going to lose like $40 back. And there's a 7. Okay, so I lose 300, but I get it back and I get a $100 bonus. I made $350 on the shooter. Okay, now watch what happens. We have 400 here. If I look at my rack, there's my 5,000. I'm up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $610. I'm up 610 plus the 400. So I'm up $1,000 on this session. So watch what I do. I'm going to press. So I'm not going to press it, because if I press it, I got $400, $500, $600 here in profit. Okay, so I have to decide, do I want to just take $1,000 profit and leave? Or do I want to press this or do I want to just let this 400 ride one more time, and it'll go to 800 plus my 600 would put me at 1,400. So do I want 1,400 profit, or do I want to just come down and say I want $1,000 profit? We're going to go with the $1,000 profit. There it is. Sooner or later, that don't press is what's going to win. All right, guys? There you go. That's the reality of the don't pass. Smash that like button before you go. You got 5 seconds to hit it for your boy. It helps the channel out, okay, guys? And support the channel by going to gamblewithjimmy.com and purchase one of the strategies, okay? Thanks, guys.